Hello and welcome to me eating leftover sushi while I'm waiting for my actual lunch to be done. I just booked a very spontaneous appointment at the hairdresser for this afternoon because I want to get shorter bangs. Like not quite baby bangs because that's like up here and I feel like, I don't know, my face is quite like long and narrow, so I just feel like that wouldn't suit my face. But like shorter bangs, a little bit like Jane Birkin bangs, like messy French bangs. And I have been fighting the urge for weeks. Like I've had it in my head for weeks already. But I've always had bangs for like the past 4 or 5 years. I've always had like bangs on and off. And I always try to grow them out and then I always miss them and give back into the urge and cut them back and then I get annoyed with them. You probably know the story. So this time I was like, I'm really gonna grow them out this time. Like no excuses. This summer I'm gonna go through summer without bangs. That was the plan. But I just feel so boring without bangs. I feel like I look older without them. I feel like I look less interesting and I just miss them. But I've never had shorter bangs. I just want to try sometime. If it looks awful on me, they've grown out in probably like 3 weeks, so it's fine. But yeah, yesterday I had a complete mental breakdown and I found myself like walking over to the scissors. I was already like measuring in the mirror. I was so ready to cut them, but then I was like, no. If I'm gonna try this, like this is a new thing I'm gonna try, I need to do it professionally because if it looks bad, I'm never gonna know if it was my fault or if it's like the style of the bang's fault. So I booked an appointment at a hairdresser in Milan. And I messaged them beforehand if they spoke English because my Italian level is not so good yet that I can explain what kind of haircut I want. So that's not a risk we're going to take. But luckily they said that all the stylists there speak English. So, you know, this is a new hurdle we're going to overtake. I keep like expanding my comfort zone here. I'm very proud of myself and I'm very excited. I really need a hair change. Mostly also because of the mental breakdown I just mentioned. Yesterday I just sunk into such a deep, dark black hole of despair with my novel. Suddenly I was like, this is awful. It's never going to be a proper book. It is one big mess. I'm never going to make sense of this. I'm not gonna make the deadline. Like the deadline is the 1st of July. I have 1 more month and I'm like halfway. And I just panicked and it just felt so exhausted. Like I've been bone deep exhausted this week. Like I can lie down every afternoon and just take a nap and I never nap, so that says a lot. I think I just need a break from the writing because I've been writing for 2 months non-stop, like at least 7,000 words a week. I've been pushing myself so hard and I also have to work like my normal job besides that and do social media. And it's just like I'm done. I don't have anything to give anymore. So yesterday I just had sort of like a mental breakdown about that. And I talked to my friends and one of my friends said, why don't you just email your agent and explain the situation? Like the deadline I have, it was never a hard deadline. It was more for me so that I would be done on time. So we would have enough time to go through edits before we present the book to publishers in October. That is sort of like the general schedule we had in mind. But my agent has always said from the beginning, like if we do not make October, we'll just extend it to the next book fair in March. That's not a problem. Like we want to present the book when it's the best version it could possibly be and not when we're not sure about it. So I always knew it was not a hard deadline, but I always had it as a hard deadline for myself, just so I would be motivated to keep writing because I am not very good at doing stuff without deadlines. So in that sense, it's good, but it's just too short of a time frame. I've been pushing myself so hard, and it's making me lose the joy of writing. It's making me lose inspiration. It's making me cut corners. And I know even if I can finish this first draft before the deadline, I will not have the time to make any edits. And it needs edits. It needs a lot of edits. I made a list yesterday with all the things I was not happy with so far, and it was just a lot. At the moment, I'm just having one of those crisis moments where I'm like, I am a really bad writer. I don't know why I thought I could write a novel. I'm never going to be able to finish it, blah, blah, blah. And I know this is a moment probably everyone goes through, and it will go away at some point, and we will pick back up where we left. But right now, I'm not feeling it. So I need a distraction. I need a change. I need to take a break, and I'm gonna wait for an answer from my agent to see what she says. But I hope she's like, girl, calm down. We can take it slower if you need to, and then I can take a break. But for now, I'm still writing because I don't know what the situation is. But I definitely need a distraction. So the haircut is a first step. I have a very fun weekend ahead with a lot of social activities that I will take you along on. So hopefully that will get me out of my head a little bit. It will at least get me out of the house where I've been pacing like sort of a caged tiger for the past few days. I feel like I'm going insane, so I definitely need to get out of the house. So it's good that I have some plans. I'm very excited about the plans because I also need some social activities in my life. I've been exiling myself too much lately. Like ever since I moved here, I just felt like I needed a lot of alone time to adjust to the big change, and just like there was a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, so I didn't really have space to go out there and make friends and expand my circle. But now I feel like I finally have the headspace to do so, and I feel the need to do so. So yeah, some exciting things are happening this weekend and in the coming weeks that will hopefully help me get some friends, which sounds very sad, but like this is a thing when you move abroad, like you don't have your friends near, and you need community around you to, you know, feel good and build your roots somewhere else. So it's just as simple as that. You need to go out and make friends. It feels like I'm in primary school again, and you know, make contact with people. It feels very cute, but you know, I'm excited. But first step is the haircut, so I will look either very cool this weekend or really embarrassing. Hi guys, here's my new hair. I'm so happy. It's exactly what I wanted. The hairdresser understood me so well, and he just gave me exactly what I showed him on like the photos. I'm so happy. Like I feel like a whole new person. I know for other people this hairstyle is maybe not very like revolutionary or controversial, but I've always had very like safe hairstyles, and for me this is very edgy, you know? This is like the shortest my bangs have ever been, and I love it. I feel like a new person. Also, he made my waves so nice. Like he explained to me how to blow dry my waves without making it frizzy, and he did such a good job, so I'm gonna try that myself. Anyway, I'm now making a quick pasta because I'm so exhausted from this week. Like I said before, this was not my week. And the neighbors invited me for a drink tonight, but I honestly think that I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna crash out on the couch because I have such a busy weekend ahead as well. So I'm just making a simple pasta. I'm gonna eat it, watch a movie, and go to bed at like 9:30. Like I'm not even kidding. So bye.
Talmente tanta roba che era abbastanza.
So good though. It's so creamy.
Yeah, look at this.
Hi, it is Monday and I really have to get to work, but I just wanted to give a little bit of a recap of the weekend because I just had the most lovely weekend in which I met so many amazing people and just did so many fun things, and I explored Milano way further, which I hadn't really done until now. Like before this, I didn't really have any connection to the city, but the more time I spend there, the better I feel. So it was just really exciting. It felt like a big step forward in putting my roots down in Italy this weekend. On Saturday, I met with a friend, like a new friend, and we just hit it off so well. It was really lovely. We talked so much all afternoon. I literally had like a dry mouth from how much we were talking. But we were just so similar with everything we were telling. We're like, oh my god, me too. And we discovered we have like our birthdays super close to each other, and we're both a Leo sun and Virgo rising. So, you know, it felt like everything aligned. We were like, oh, this is really special. Like, you don't find this instant connection so often. So that was just really great. And we went thrifting. We went to a thrift store and I bought a few things. So I just wanted to show you what I got. First of all, I got this like lavender blue maxi skirt. It's so like silky. I couldn't find the price tag and I was almost scared to ask because I was like, this might be real silk. It just feels so silky. But the price was okay, so I got it and I'm really excited to wear this in summer. I'm just very excited to wear more color, and this is just such a lovely like summer color for Italy because of the lavender. Then I got this super 90s lacy top. Wait, you can't really see, the contrast is so high. Okay, there you go. It's just this lacy black top, but it fits like an absolute glove, and I just feel very like 90s Gilmore Girls in this, and like it also goes so good above this skirt. I still have to wash everything, but I'm really excited to wear it. I also saw this has some stains, so I hope that will go out, so I'm gonna wash all of this today. And the last thing I got, like I saw this and I thought it was like a little like vest or cardigan, but it turned out to be a scarf. I'll show you. It just sits like this. But it's this super like fragile, dainty, vintage lace and like fabric. It is so soft and just, yeah, it's just so dainty. And I just envisioned this with like a sleek like black maxi dress, and you can sort of like tie it in different ways or just let it go like this, or I don't know, just this over black. It just, I like the look of that. I just have to find a way to style it. But you know, when you run into unique vintage pieces with such beautiful details, I always feel like you should get it, because you know, you might not get the chance to find it again. But that's what I got at the thrift store. And then yesterday we had the book club. I completely forgot to film anything there, like not even the table or anything. But that was also really lovely. It was just so nice to meet like such a diverse group of international people that live in Milano and all had their own stories of coming there, and just we talked about like books for a few hours, and that's literally my favorite thing to do in the whole world. Like I can talk about books for days non-stop. We were there to discuss Perfection by Vincenzo Latrinico, like I said before. And people were very like meh about it. Like I feel like I was the only one really defending the book, which was very interesting because I also was not like super in love with it, but I found it very interesting and it gave me a lot of food for thought, and it gave me a lot of like questions about myself and my life. But they thought it was like too bland, like the writing was too bland, and the characters in that book don't really have like any personalities or thoughts or emotions unique to them. They're just like there as the couple, the millennial couple. And most of the people at the book club didn't like that because they like more like character-driven stories. But I thought it was kind of the strength of the book, that it was more like commentary on an entire generation that way. So we just had a lot of like nice discussions about that, and like each way we looked at it was just so different, which was super interesting. Yeah, my heart is just very full from this weekend. I'm just very happy I pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone and get out there and meet some people, because it just feels so nice to have things for myself to do on my own here, like separate from Giovanni, because he was here first, like holding my hand a lot because I was like in a new country, you know, not speaking the language, not knowing anything. And now I finally feel like I'm venturing out on my own more. Also, I forgot, I wanted to show you some new books that I got. I have been going through my books quite quickly, so I just wanted some fresh ones to put on my shelf. The first one I have is The Artist by Lucy Steeds. And the reason I got this is because the premise said it takes place in 1920 in the Provence, in summer, in a farmhouse, and it's like follows an artist and a journalist. Like that's all I need to know. A Southern European summer with artists involved. I will never say no to that. I will literally read them all, so that's why I got that. Then I got If Women Rose Rooted by Sharon Blackie. I got this edition. This has been on my list for so long, ever since I finished Women Who Run with the Wolves, and I posted about it online. So many people recommended this one to me as well. Like it's kind of like a similar setup. It taps into folklore and myths around women and like women's leading position in the past and like in spirituality, but more like Western centered, so more like English, like Celtic kind of myths. These books just feel very empowering to me. Like I don't read any self-help books, like I find them tiring, they're repetitive, they don't tell you anything new. It's stuff you could realize when you're like 6 years old most of the time. Books that tap into the history of female strength and community. Like this book is not preaching you anything, it's not self-help, but it just teaches you about how the world used to be and how it could be. I love those type of books. So if you have more recommendations, definitely let me know. And then lastly, I got All About Love by Bell Hooks. I know a lot of people absolutely love this book, and Leora read this a while ago and she just showed me some of her like underlined passages, which completely convinced me to get this. Like I just thought this was a more basic approach to like love and saying like love is not everything, romantic love is not everything, like you can also have friendship, blah blah blah. But it turned out to be a lot more spiritual than I thought, and that's what convinced me to get this. So I'm very glad I have this. Okay, that was everything I wanted to share. Now I have to go to work. I'm gonna make a quick trip to the supermarket because my dad is coming tomorrow and he's staying for the weekend because there's some kind of GT race happening on the racetrack in Monza. My dad loves car racing, so like I moved to the perfect place for him because there's like a very famous racing track here. So he's coming over this weekend, coming to stay with us, and on Sunday we're going to go to see the race, which is very fun. And it's going to be a very warm weekend, so I also hope we can go to like the lake on Saturday or something. Just do something nice. But yeah, I'm gonna stock up on some provisions, get some Prosecco, get some beers, maybe some white wine instead of Prosecco. I don't know. I've really been craving white wine and Prosecco these past days so bad. Like every day I wish we had a bottle, but we don't. So I'm gonna get one right now. The Story of a New Name, and I'm so addicted. It's so good. Like it's even better than the first one. I cannot wait to finish the whole series. It's gonna take a while, but I'm definitely going to do it. I am at the Monza racetrack for the GT race, but I forgot my earplugs and it's so loud. Like it's so much louder than Formula 1 and my ears are already ringing and it's just like the qualifying. So I am on a mission to find some earplugs. I'm sure they're selling them here somewhere, so I'm on my bike and I'm gonna try to find some earplugs to save my hearing because it's so loud, it's insane. Success, my hearing is saved. Coffee time!
Coffee time! Yeah.
fun about going to the racetrack is that you can sit under a tree and read your book, because I ain't sitting in the blazing sun in 30 degrees for a moment longer. It's so hot, I'm so sweaty, like my bangs are just stuck to my forehead. I really needed a break, so I found a tree, I bought a Coke Zero. I'm just gonna read for a bit. Like, this race goes on for 3 hours. We've already been here the whole day to watch all the pre-races and whatever. And I needed a moment. Here we are in the forest. I just got such an exciting package in the mail, and I have to open it on camera because I'm just so excited about this. If you're anything like me and you love stationery, your social media accounts have probably been flooded with these like leather Louise Carmen, Paper Republic type of journals. And they're basically just like leather notebook holders. You can refill them and like put as many notebooks in there as you can fit basically. So you can keep the leather parts forever and just keep refilling the notebooks as you fill them. People use them to put like multiple notebooks in one holder so that you can have like a notebook for just your journaling, a notebook for a to-do list, planner, a commonplace journal, and you can like all combine them in one place. And that looked so good to me. Like, I'm a sucker for some good stationery, just anything new or beautiful or like timeless looking. I just get so excited about this, so I was definitely very influenced by this trend, and I was fully planning on ordering my own letter journal from Paper Republic, but the color I wanted was sold out, so I sent them a message asking if the color would be restocked soon, just to know if I had to wait a long time before ordering, or otherwise I would maybe decide to order a different color. I should have gotten scissors for this. But anyway, when they saw my message, they replied that they would love to gift me one. So that was so kind. And of course, I said yes. And they allowed me to pick out one of their bundles. And of course, I chose the writing bundle because why would I not? So here it is. Here is the writing bundle. But of course, I think in here is what it's all about. Oh my god, they actually put like an Italian note on there because they saw my address was Italian, so they wrote "Ciao dal nostro atelier a Vienna." That's so cute. So let's open it and see. Here it is, all wrapped up. There it is, the letter journal in its full glory. Oh my god, it smells so good. This is the color I wanted and had to wait for a little bit. It's called Venezia, I think. And it's this really dark red purple, like plum color. And then it comes with an orange band. And then when you open it, like there's already a notebook in there, but it has these elastics that you can fold into your notebooks. So that's how you can put multiple notebooks in there. Wait, yes, because there's multiple. And I know that I'm talking about this like I'm being paid for it. I'm not. They just gifted this to me. This is not a sponsorship, but I am genuinely so excited about this because I have been eyeing these literally for months. Oh my god, I'm only now noticing that there's the embossing. Yes, embossing of my initials. So nice. So because I got the bundle, I also got a lined notebook with it that I can put in there. And I think this is like a card holder. Yes, so I have this folder that has like a card holder and like a place to stack notes and such. So I'm gonna put this in the journal. Second notebook is in there, so now when I close it, I have these two notebooks together that I can use for two different purposes. And then I close them like this. I'm a bit confused because like there's only two elastics, so this one doesn't have an elastic anymore that I can use. Maybe I'm stupid and there's like another way you can do that. Like you probably can put multiple things in one elastic. I'm gonna figure that out, but for now, I am so happy with this. Like the thing about this is that the leather is supposed to age, so the more you use it and the more you carry it around in like your bag, the more beautiful this leather is going to get. It's gonna get this beautiful scratched matte surface, and I cannot wait for that. And I am fully realizing I fell for another TikTok trend. Like consumerism at its best, I really fell for this one. But the thing I'm telling myself is that I actually write so much in my journal. Like I bring a journal everywhere I go when I actually fill them up. So I don't feel too bad about this because this feels like a thing I can use for a lifetime. So I'm really happy. And they gave me a discount code for 30% off their bundle, so I will put that in the description down below. If you had already been eyeing these, 30% off is pretty nice, so I will share the link down here. So yeah, I cannot wait to start writing in this one. I've almost filled up my current journal. For the past 4 years I've been using the Leuchtturms. So this is kind of the end of an era if I'm gonna switch to this now. But yeah, I hope I will fill up my current journal soon so I can start using this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, how chic is it when I just get this out of my bag and put it on the table? It looks so mysterious and glamorous. Love it. One of my friends just informed me that you had to put the card holder around the notebook so you can use the same elastic, and that makes so much sense. I feel stupid now. So everything is in there, everything fits. I take back my criticism of earlier. It's perfect. I also just realized this vlog is getting kind of long, so I'll just close it off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!